guys. As you guys can see, we have a LiftMaster professional line Formula I whisper drive. This is a 1/2 horsepower belt drive, and when the motor is engaged, you're getting a large snapping sound. It's very loud, sounds very aggressive when you're in person. And what it is that trolley, as you can see, is slammed up against the end of the rail, the front of it by the door. So it appears that the limits are completely off. Something is wrong, and we're gonna have to open up this motor to figure out what's going on. So let's start that right now. Usually I'll look at the top of the gear, the sprocket. It doesn't appear, it's hard to tell actually. There may be some damage to it. So what I'll have to do is take off the shell and then look on the inside to see if there's any snow scrapes, you know, the actual gear itself grinding and tearing apart. You'll see a mound of what looks like snow. I'll start by taking off this whole shell and obviously unplugging the unit. Okay, let's see if it goes down. Okay. All right, so watch this. When this door is moving, this middle piece is not moving at all. Watch. It's still touching the open position, never moved. Here, the limit switch is having some problems. I'm gonna go ahead and change out the whole limit switch. You can also see all that powder caked up in there. That's a good indicator your gear is going out. So I'm gonna go ahead and change out the gear and the limit switch. I believe that's gonna fix the problem once and for all. Yep, so after I took the belt off, this is what I can see. Take a look at how wobbly that gear is. So you definitely have some problems with the gear as well. Keep in mind on these gears, on the belt drive, you're gonna have two styles, a new and an old. Okay, this is gonna be an old style gear, and you can tell by the grooves in the belt, they're pretty far gapped. On the newer style, the grooves are very, very tight, and the ridges in the gear itself are actually a lot closer on the new style. So this is gonna be an old gear. I'll get you the part number here once I grab it. All right, guys, I got my gear out. I'm gonna clean this down before I do anything else, but I'm gonna take the limit switch off. If you guys need to follow steps on how to take the gear out and do a gear replacement, I have several videos on changing the gears, and I do have one on a belt drive. So just follow those steps if you need to. The part number for the limit switch, 041D3452. There it is right there. All right, so we gotta take our wires off. Wiring to your up limit, which is a yellow. Wiring to your down limit, which is right there. And here, just push down on it, right there. Push down on the inside right here. Okay, comes right out. So from here, we're gonna take this, we're just gonna snap it in place. Got one right there. Okay, come around here to the top. I'm gonna snap that right in place, right on the inside, right there. And that's it. Your limit switch is attached. In this case here, I'm gonna move this to the open position all the way. All right, once it's touching the open position, when I put my gear on, I can set my trolley here to the open position, okay? Just gonna feed it to the top, like that. Take it from the back here, snap it in place, just like that. Here's your down limit wire. Remember, it runs through the top, around, you secure it right in there, like that. Then you're gonna take your yellow, your up, and here's your last one right here. Now take your wiring, clean it, snap them in place. Put these up here like that. Secure that in the top. And take your wiring here and secure them out of the way. Put your yellow in there. That, followed by your other wire. That's it. Okay, so we have the wiring all snapped in place. All the connections are there on our limits, and our limit is in place. We're gonna go ahead and put our gear in now, and then we'll set it all up and go from there. All right, so we have our gear on, our belt tightened. Everything looks good. The door's in open position. We plugged her in. So let's test it out. Perfect. Notice how when it touched the bottom limit, the door stopped. Now let's see if it does the same thing. It should come up here, touch the open limit, and it should stop. Here we go. Look at that. And look where it stopped. It's good to go. Let's put this cover back on and we're done.